It can be everywhere. You can get downloadable music if you type in the name Robert Nicholas. It'll pop up. So you guys definitely go out there and do that. That's RobertNicholas. Robert Nicholas. Go and come and right there, and also type in vibe feeling. Feeling is FEELIN. All right. And he says, it's a good vibe. You know what I'm saying? New Whip is a song that he got, a single that he's got out right now. It's definitely a banger right there. And go out there, support this. You have anything that's coming up as far as any live things you'll be doing on like Twitter or YouTube or anything like that? Everybody's like artists have been doing that since everybody's been kind of stuck in the house or quarantine. Have you had a chance to do anything like the TikTok thing or do something like that on any live?
As of right now, I'm still. I haven't done anything live with the cameras and stuff. I think I need an education on how to set that up. I know there's some people that probably think that that's really super easy and what's wrong, but for me, I would need some assistance the first time around to kind of figure out how that goes, So I'd have to try and figure that one out. So I haven't tried that yet either. So I'm just working on getting music done. I was singing today, I was saying yesterday, recording and mixing and I'm definitely staying super busy and got new songs coming.
Awesome.
So I think that right now, like I was saying, to do any more of this stuff with the video and even trying to get on the platforms and do live stuff, I need to have more of a team other than just being solo completely by myself. Just so that I can, because I know all the artists that are out there, not everybody is doing all the beats and singing and doing everything completely solo.
Working with, right.
And so for me to try and venture over into some other areas, I'm not sure how good it would go. And so I'm just concentrating on the where I know what I'm doing.
Right, that's how I see it. So I want the staying in your lane thing. I got to stay in my lane for my stuff. Like I do radio, but when it comes to my production, I work on my production. I don't do I do mixing and mastering and things like that as well. But the video stuff, I'm not that good at. I have great ideas and see if I can make it come to life, and I basically do that. So that's the case with that right there.
Yeah, and I'd love to get into that, but to try and move forward on something when you're completely blind, and sometimes I just think it's better for me personally to just kind of hold off for a minute.
Right. Are you working with a website?
No, I'm just using the big distribution that's available, and whatever websites they get it on. I tried to have a website a few times, but I had, that was another thing where I had a lot, I would end up spending so much time trying to figure that out. That's time consuming for me to spend a lot of time trying to, work on that part of things. So I let that go. Yeah. Yeah.
It's okay, man. It'll all come together soon while you're out there. Keep making the music, do what it do. And that's the important part right there. I feel that right there. Yeah, man. So that's what's really good. The music's out there. Now you put in a lot of work throughout the years. Would you have anything that you want to say to anybody out there, as far as a word of any advice or anything like that, which you can tell somebody how to?
If I had to give advice to anybody, is just be persistent, keep working. Work today can turn into an opportunity maybe later on, maybe not tomorrow, but maybe next week, next year. But if you put in the work, you're certainly going to be better off than if you didn't put in the work, because it's always better to do the work and try and move forward.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, man, that's some good stuff right there. Are you still working with bands, or you say you still doing everything by yourself?
Am I still working with?
Like any bands, or you're working with bands? Like you said, you had a drummer that was with you. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was kind of my back in the day sort of thing. No, I haven't worked with a band as a keyboard player for a number of years. But I did that. We used to go play live and do a whole bunch of stuff. But no, because I was never the singer. I was always the keyboard player.
Okay.
I was a singer. I was always a singer in church in choir, and so that was the main place I've always been a singer. They had the services on the other day for the
George Floyd.
In Houston. And, and they had Kurt Carr came on and did some stuff, and I'm like, wait, that's I know him because he was in Denver for a while. He was the choir director at church where I was in the choir. He was the choir director, and that song that they did live at the service, he wrote that, and we had done it in choir. And so I was just, it was kind of, it was a solemn occasion, obviously, but it was kind of neat to have that personal sort of, because as well as you can know a choir director, because you only talk to him momentarily every once in a while. You go up and you say a few words, and he says a few words, but, you feel like you know him.
Right. I've done a few films. I've got things placements for songs placed in television and films, and when I see the person singing the song, if it's like a video for it, or if it's I hear the song in the trailer, or I hear it in the soundtrack, it's like, I was in the studio when they were creating that. So, you know what I mean? Writing with them, or seeing a video, I'm like, man, the correlation that's there. But that's definitely dope, man. You see people that and then that's how it is when you see your stuff out there. Hear somebody playing your song, they're driving down the street and playing your record. That is one of those things that's like, wow, that's what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? It's just that one person that's listening to it, it's like, hey, that's cool, that kind of feeling,
Right, yeah. I haven't had that yet, but I look forward to that.
Oh, yeah. You get that. That'll definitely be coming your way. Yeah, guys, definitely do remember to go get this track right here. It's called New Whip. All right, it's doing this thing up there. It's Robert Nicholas, man. And then the EP is also out there with all the major downloads when you download your music or when you stream your music. Definitely check out Vibe Feeling. All right, it's the EP that's out there by seasoned songwriter Robert Nicholas, and it's out there right now, holding it down, man. This man puts in that work. Before I let you go, I want to know, what's your weapon of choice? What do you produce with, or what do you make your music beats with?
Oh, I just I got a laptop, and I got one of those M Audios. I have a really nice Roland, but it just to hit the thing to start making music, I plugged the M Audio into the laptop, and I either use Cubase or Pro Tools. And,
okay.
Yeah, I've got a ton of different what they call plugins for synthesizers and stuff.
Right.
I have more than I can name off. I just got a ton of them.
Right.
But probably like 60 or 70 different ones.
Wow. Yeah. I just downloaded 11.60 gigabytes. I had to go out and get an extra backup hard drive for all of this, but it's like all MIDI files, piano, and sound effects, and just trying to up the library so I can keep moderate sounds in my my program.
Oh yeah. Mine are more synthesizers. It's like a whole bunch of synthesizers, no files of MIDI files, but it's
not MIDI files. Yeah, because you actually play. I play drums. Yeah, I play drums. So when it comes to drums, I can just do my own drums, and not I use real drum or whatever those different drums that's out there that you can trigger the drums. But when it comes to like MIDI files, I'll listen to them. If I get a nice something out of it, then I'll clip it. I mean, I just started doing this because I'll play a couple of chords and stuff, and I'll just whatever sound effects to add and stuff like that. That's the kind of I just make my own thing and mix it to what's going on with modern. So when I play my beats, people they get the feeling of what it is to be played nowadays, but then I also add something in there from what I feel sounds cool, Yeah.
I was watching some kind of was like a university thing or tutorials, and Timbaland was on there talking about the way he makes it, and he gets on the mic and he sings everything, what he feels, and then he goes back into the computer and finds something that fits what he was singing. I was like, wow, that's really a different way of doing it, because I play everything and kind of, being a piano player first, rather than singing first, so that's I kind of come at it from that side.
Yeah,
I guess everybody has their own thing.
Right. I've heard about Chris Brown doing it. I've seen Chris Brown do it. He would hum the song or just hum it out or beatbox or something like that to define it. Michael Jackson did that too. Billie Jean, that was his idea for that bass line. He said he couldn't get that bass line out of his head. And that's how and it really, they all formulated around that bass line. That's why it was so tight. It's like, anybody knows that bass line, when you hear it, it's like that's what he had to tell. He beatboxed that. And then they was like, okay, let's, write the song after that, which was just incredible. Yeah. Yeah,
because speaking of couldn't get out of my head, that melody for the chorus for New Whip, it just hung on my head for weeks. Right. I was like, man, I got to figure out what these words are, because that was just going over. I get up in the morning and here's this melody again in my head.
Great, yeah. That's making it a great song right there.
But that Billie Jean, that's timeless. That's just that is timeless. I think he's probably one of my biggest influences. I think my sister, my sister's older than me, and she had some of those old albums when I was really little. And so when I got older, I had the song in my head and I couldn't get it out of my head, and I didn't even know what it was called. And I had to find it, but it was Never Can Say Goodbye. And I think Michael's not very old on when he recorded that. 10, 12, something. Maybe even younger than that. I don't. But
I think man, that song tore me up. Yeah.
It wasn't
I listened to like the original and the remaster. They remastered that song, and it just sounds so like pure. You know what I mean? Like you're like, yo, this song is crazy good. Like it lacks nothing. You know what I mean?
No.
Like that kind of
Yeah. And so that's from when I was really young.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was hearing. And so there's just been Michael Jackson influencing me since I can remember. He's one of the greats. And Quincy, I had some Quincy albums too, but him working with Michael, they really made a great team.
Right, the world hasn't really seen anything like that. Really, how the way they. I mean, they've done it. It's been done. Like I think it was Eminem who outsold as many records as Michael Jackson did, or something like that, or Way stayed on the list between him and Elvis. Like them three, I was like, wow, like. How hard it is to sell that many records, like 120 million records around the world. I was like, it's like, whoa, who does that? It's like him, Madonna, Whitney Houston. It's like, but it's just like, it's just not one of those things where it's like that happens, all the time. I think Eminem was like one of the last ones that was doing something like that. But yep. I watch all that stuff, man. I read Billboard. I remember having a subscription to them. It was like $200 a year for that. Yeah, it's like, wow. I studied it so much, man. I went to school for recording, performing arts and stuff. So it's like I just wanted to learn everything and just like read everything I possibly can to find out what's going on out here. But I guess it paid off now at an older age. Of like I can sit back and. This is what, I get the chance to do this for a living, and I'm happy that people are still doing great music. Like, that's what it's about. And I get a chance to hear artists like yourself, and out there putting in their hard work and showing the world what they got, instead of them pushing it on this. We actually say, I like to hear that song. I want to hear this Robert Nicholas track right here. I want to get this album, vibe feeling, you know what I mean? And instead of the radio saying, hey, you should listen to this, that, and they're like, no, there's other records out there. And this is one of the tracks out there, so I want you guys to go check it out. Vibe Feeling is the EP. The artist's name is Robert Nicholas, man. And you guys are going to hear the song right here. We're going to rock the joint, New Whip. And then also you guys go pick up the EP. So on Spotify, Apple, iTunes, Amazon, YouTube. You can check him out on